Hey, what it do? Thanks for tapping in. Welcome to the quarter report brought to you by the Red Night Special. When this is Word on the Net. Now, check this out, man. It's been a lot going on with the Loose Cannon, Brick Baby, and Big U situation. They sitting up in the feds. They doing all this politicking on the internet. And one thing about it, one thing for sure, and two things for certain, right? Let me break something down to you, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm a Bay Area nigga. I'm from Oakland. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't be jumping into people politics, but you know what I'm saying. I look at it like it's supposed to be a secret organization when you part of any kind of gang or anything of that nature. From what I understand, that you don't get on the internet popping it, don't get on cell phones and popping it. I remember I did a song back in the days, and I said just to build with the homies, go somewhere to meet. You know what I'm saying? Just on some because we don't talk on phones. We don't do that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The reason why I'm bringing you this video today because I got to keep it 100. I got to. I got to keep it 100. Now, your boy Rick Rock, Compton Rick Rock. I love that boy podcast on everything I love, man. Dude's real funny, man. Stand up doing it, keep it real. One of the things that caught my attention about him, I got up on Compton Rick Rock. When I get up on, I got on Compton Rick Rock when Bosco 100 was finna fight. I forgot homeboy name. May he rest in peace. The guy passed away. Guess he said he was supposed to be part of the outlaws or something. Anyway, you did. So I got up on here, Bosco, a funny dude too, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was just like I was tripping on how Compton Rick Rock did his thing, right? And how he always stood on principles. And that's the thing about me, man. I stand on principles. We don't do this old internet thing where you talk all this gangster stuff on the internet. We consider these cell soldiers. Now, I was watching Big Nina Boy. Shout out to Big Nina Boy. And I like his podcast too. I like the energy he brings and everything else. But I was watching his interview, and he was saying something, right? As far as what was going on with the situation with breaking them. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. A lot of these guys, they be pushed in the corner. You got to think when you pushed in the corner, right? And you trying to make this bag, and you trying to stay relevant, you tend to push the lines on things that you should and shouldn't say. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, a lot of these guys don't have big homies. You gotta understand, a lot of these guys don't respect their big homies. You know what I'm saying? Think about this: you go to your block and your big homie is an alcoholic or a crackhead or somebody that's begging for change. You don't respect that. These youngsters don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to take y'all a little bit too away from the point I was trying to make here. Is you know, these people in a messed up situation. And what I respect about Rick Rock is um, he was telling all the podcasters in LA and whoever else all around the world, if you made content off Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, and Big U, and you made a bag off of it, you know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I'm saying, contribute something, man. Go buy a shirt, even if you buy it and throw it away. Go just contribute something to the pockets because if it wasn't for them, I you wouldn't have no content to speak on. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's another podcast in LA. I'm a Bay dude, and I rock with LA podcast because they be on. It be funny out there how they be turning it up. You know what I'm saying? But another one is ODM Slim. I like him, and young young Hefe, young and Hefe. I like young and Hefe. He's a real one. You feel me? Only thing young Hefe said, and Hefe said that. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but I apologize about that. That I kind of didn't agree with is when he was like, "I ain't going. No, I'm not supporting." He said, "No." He said, "I'm not supporting loose cannon." Like he's like his dumbass told him stuff, got himself locked up. I support him, woo woo. But I want young and Hefe to look at it like this, right? We all done messed up and went to jail. No matter how we ended up in there, we ended up in there. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it take for us to mess up to realize that we did something wrong, man, and we shouldn't have did it like that. But I just don't. I'm gonna say, but that's his opinion. He's grown me and entitled to feel the way he want to feel, and I respect his feelings. I'm just saying, me personally, I kind of lean more towards the Compton Rick Rock point of view of things because it's real. If you made a big bag off it, then what's that to donate 100, 200 towards their cause? You know what I'm saying? They might be in it for the rest of their life, $200 just to make, and you made good content off of them, ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I want y'all to check out your boy Compton Rick Rock because he keep telling Loose Cannon, hey boy, let me tell you something, boy. That big voluptuous woman you got over there with that big old voluptuous booty over there, I'm gonna get that. He done told this man I'm gonna raise your son. Man, just listen to him. But I rock with this dude. He's funny as hell. Let's get to it. Hold on. The man crazy.
And really say some real shit to get them caught up like that. I thought the shit was all, I thought it was all some made up cap when I seen Loose Cannon on there doing it. But if I would have known that he was serious as he was, I would have never got into an internet beef with him. But as far as them getting locked up, man, you know, if they innocent, they'll be out. But if they not, man, they done. You know, but freedom guys, man.
We kind of heard about something like this happening, you know, just maybe a week or so before it actually happened. But I didn't really take it serious, you know.
Right.
600 is on his channel, and he's bringing up Big U getting arrested.
Right.
He's saying that the police told them that there's DNA under victims' fingernails. You know, do you think that 600 putting it out there like that kind of made the feds have to speed up their indictment?
I think that they was already on him for quite some time. I think by them.
Well, hey, I apologize. Go check out Capone News, man. Go check his podcast. He be having great content over there. He be talking to a lot of good people over there, man. And he really look down and help someone out to bring them up if he see that you doing something positive and good and you trying to make a wave in the game. So you know what I'm saying? So go check out Count Capone, man. Shout out to him. It's a Count Capone interview also, so go check him out.
Doing that, it might be a possibility that they didn't already spill the beans because like they say, the mother said, don't tell nobody this. They already told the family what was going to happen, but by them doing that, they probably said, we got to get on them right now because they wasn't supposed to know this information. But I just think that was some goofy shit, man. Like, getting on the internet, doing that, man, it's like that's your homeboy. If you was trying to warn him, you could have just called somebody from your neighborhood, like, I don't mess with dude, but give him a heads up, man. They got his DNA on some fingernails. This is the word they saying. But going to the internet, that was just all this shit on this internet, man. It's going.
And I always say that, and I keep saying that. All this stuff that's going on the internet, man, it's crazy. It's one thing. See, this how I look at it, right? You know how the news reporters pull up on the block and they be like, hey, they see people out there that what happened? I don't know. A car pulled up and people just start shooting. So when the newspaper get us, on 34th block or whatever block it is, or whoop on whoop street, and the car pulled up from witnesses says and started shooting and whoop. That's reporting. But when you get to doing going to go look up paperwork, going to go piece stuff together on cases, going to you helping the police do their case, or solve their case. Y'all shouldn't be in podcasting. A lot of you people shouldn't be in podcasting. A lot of you people should go work for the Fed, the CIA or something, because you people make better detectives. I bet you don't even make a good husband or a good wife at home because you so busy on this internet thing and it's trying to expose and digging up dirt that maybe you should work for somebody and get a bag. But I guess this pays better than the CIA and all that and FBI if you're getting 30,000-40,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But anyway, let's get back to it.
Change the way that we do content from now on. And a lot of these dudes, the first thing they say is, ain't no paperwork on me. We living in an era now where you don't need paperwork if you on the internet putting out information now. That is the paperwork. It's a trail. They could pull that up in court and use it against your ass. So I think that by him doing that definitely might have raised the eyebrow. It's like, we got to help him get him right now. Yeah.
Now, Big U gets arrested, and when he gets arrested, he makes a video. When he's being, before he turns himself in, and he kind of blames Whack, 600, and LUCE Cannon, and he calls him foul.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that wasn't cool. For him to be a gangster, like, you know, Big U, known name, gangster in LA. But for him to get online and try to put it off on somebody else, he doing what they was doing, but he wasn't supposed to do that. But that's like basically like dry snitching. Like, why y'all got me, but y'all ain't got them? I don't think that was cool at all. He should have got his lawyer, let them do all the talking, turned himself in, but getting online, trying to put it off on somebody else. Why y'all ain't got them? Just bringing their name up. That wasn't cool at all. That wasn't no cool shit.
Now, with LUCE Cannon and Brick Baby, we just found out they're sold up.
Right.
That's kind of...
Now let's talk about that for a minute, right? I want to say this, right? LUCE Cannon and Brick Baby was not sold up. Now, they ended up in the same block and probably the same tier. So when the doors buzzed and it was time for either, I don't know how they do it in the film, they go by tiers or they just pop everybody out at one time. Excuse me. But then they pop each other out. Then you can make it seem like they're in the same cell. This how you know it's something weird, right? This how you know all of this is propaganda, right? Check this. They're in a cell with each other. Everybody go crazy. Oh, they're in the cell with each other, right? When people start putting two and two together, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Demic Exotic who started putting it together, saying something about it, like, I don't know if they doing the same stuff, it's a play, all and which is real, but like Compton Rick Rock was saying is they shouldn't be on there playing like that anyway. But it's easy to say we're in the same cell. Think about it. Who gets it? I ain't never been to a prison in my life, and I have done plenty of time where you get into a fight and you go in the hole one day and come out the very next day. And you're able to hop on the phone and everything else. I ain't never been to that. Every prison I ever been in, once you get into a fight, whatever state you in, some states is 20 days in the hole, some states is 30 days in the hole. Then it start depending on if it's your second and third fight. So it's just like you ain't gonna go in there, get into a fight, and get out the next day out the hole, and then able to call home and tell your girl about it. And then when everybody figure out that they can't be in the same cell with each other, they must. Oh yeah, people see LUCE Cannon talk so much. I hate to say it, he talks so much that he don't realize what he be saying. He jump on the phone instantly saying, "Yeah, since everybody figured it out that me and LUCE Cannon not in. Me and Brick Baby not in the same cell with each other." No, she like, huh? What you talking about? All that propaganda, man, for the internet to eat up. But what I'm saying is, dude, y'all are playing with y'all life, bro. Do y'all not understand that the feds are different from the state, bro? Do you not understand that if they deny your bail, that you're gonna be sitting there fighting that case for a minute, bro, until they ready to take you to trial? And if you lose, it's a wrap. I think your LUCE Cannon wife is a little delusional about the situation, or she just getting the bag off of him because she probably, from what I understand, from what Brick Baby said, is she paid him a salary. But you can't believe everything on the internet. But it's all speculation. Anyway, let's get back to it.
kind of crazy, man. Like, what was your thoughts when you heard that?
One of them telling. That's what I thought. Like, being from a street aspect, one of them got to be working. This is the
Right.
first thing I'm thinking. Now, second, if they not working, then that cell hot as a firecracker.
That cell
They got that
bug
motherfucker bugged for real. So what they gonna do is they gonna put them up in there, let them get to talking,
and let
get
them
all the
shoot each other
information they
down.
need. The wire might be in the vents, in the cell vent. Who knows? But that was my first thing, man. These dudes working. Somebody working. Either LUCE Cannon working or Brick working. If they not working, that cell is hot.
Do you think it's kind of foul for the police to put them together knowing that they've had beef for like how many years now? They've been going at each other on the internet, and then they put them in the same cell?
They don't care about that. They
So
trying to get a
don't.
conviction. And
Right.
as much talking them two goofy motherfuckers do online, they fist to have a talking party. They
Hold on. Check this out. Let me tell y'all a quick story real quick. We're gonna get back to it. What he's saying is real. When I was locked up in the East Coast, they had this one cat that was in there for some shootings or something, right? And he had a couple of codees or something. And somebody I don't know the real ins and out of the story, but what I can tell you about this story is this, right? that they end up moving dude. They end up moving this dude into his cell that was his homeboy. Right? I guess dude came to the block. He was like, "Oh yeah, woo, seen him," and he told the CEO, "Whatever, I want to get moved in the cell with my homie." Moved him in the room. When he moved him in the room, the dude was wearing a wire. Got the whole conversation about who did what and what did who, and now homeboy, he's doing life right now. So it's a reason why they put these two dudes in the same cell block. I know they wouldn't put them in the same room with each other like that because they like it's gonna be obvious. It's only gonna be obvious. You feel me? Anyway, let's get back to it.
They know that. They said, man, these two dudes is some major gossiping guys. Let's put them in a cell together. And they finna tell us everything we need to know. Or it could be a situation like this. Let's just say they arrested them just to make it look good. You know what I'm saying? And get them, because they've been telling on the internet. We done seen LUCE Cannon get his goofy ass on this internet and over and
Loose lips sink ships.
but as far as them getting locked up, man, you know, if they innocent, they'll be out. But if they not, man, they to tell us everything we need to know. Or it could be a situation like this. Let's just say they arrested them just to make it look good. You know what I'm saying? And get them, because they've been telling on the internet. We done seen LUCE Cannon get his goofy ass on this internet and over and over tell literally shit that they got him for. They got his ass for talking on no jumper. It's like, I thought he was playing. I swear I thought the whole time this dude was playing. Was really giving up the shit. So they gonna definitely get some information out their ass. If they better do nothing but pray in that cell. It better not be nothing but praying and push-ups. Anything else, their ass is getting recorded. You can believe that. Or one of them working for the feds.
That's real.
I mean, I've heard of the cops, you know, bringing like a random person in a cell to.
Yeah, so which is real talk, man. But let me tell y'all something, man. It's deep. Now, I want y'all to peep this one, right? Because you gotta, this is my thing, right? You gotta understand something, right? You gotta understand something, right? That at the end of the day, when you playing with your life, when you playing with your life, you can't sit there and let this internet see. This is the scary part about success. This is the craziest, scariest part about success. When you get a little success, it becomes like a drug to you. So what do you do in the kind of job that you see in your job? You supposed to in any job you got on this earth. In order to be successful, you got to keep going hard, keep doing your best, keep striving hard to keep you know what I'm saying, to keep putting out them so people see, oh yeah, this person's serious about what they're doing. Okay, now if your job is podcasting, and I don't understand how hood politics become something to talk about. That's my whole thing. Like I grew up around a bunch of OGs. I didn't grow up around a bunch of dudes my age. I grew up with dudes older than me. It was only a couple of dudes on my block that was around my age. And we listened to our OGs. We didn't talk on the phone. If it was something serious, we wouldn't even call and say, hey, we wouldn't even talk in code nothing. Hey, bro, what you got going on, man? Let's go meet up over here. Hey, meet me here. Or come over such. When we hear certain words like meet me or come, we know to go meet somewhere, and then we talking. You feel me? See, it's so bad now that even with your homies, y'all gonna have to start having meetings. And when you come into that meeting, tell people leave their cell phones in the car. You know what I'm saying? When you come into the meeting, leave your cell phones in the car, and then you're gonna have to pat people down just to make sure they ain't wired up, bro. It's bad, bro. It is bad, bro. Like to the point where I'm so glad that I was blessed to get in and get out. You dig what I'm saying? I was blessed to be able to get in this game and get up out of it. I learned. I wasn't one of them persons that had to go back and forth to prison 10 times to understand prison ain't a life that I want to live. You did. One thing I can tell you is the tough guys go first. The tough guys don't last. Who was saying that? Oh, Nina Boy was even saying it. Shout out to Nina Boy. Nina Boy even said, he said, listen, the tough guys go first. The smart guys the one lasting. You feel me? I mean, so you gotta understand, man, this is not a game, man. Y'all gotta quit playing, and y'all gotta talk to y'all kids, let them know, man, this is not a game. Quit crashing off with this internet. Like Compton Rick Rock said, these dudes is now crash dummies. These dudes are now crash dummies. Do you get it? Oh, I remember the old commercial he talking about. That was during the time when Ronald Reagan now used to had the drug thing, no drug zone, where they used to put crack a couple of eggs and throw them in a frying pan and say, "This is your brain on drugs," and they show the eggs frying up. That was during that era when they put the two crash dummies in the car and they show them sitting in the car. They throw the thumbs up and straight into the wall. Crash dummies. That's what we living in the world of. We living in the world of the dumbest gangsters that's running around because this internet is the new drug. The internet is the new drug. Everybody want to be famous. Everybody want to be successful. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with it. Do what you do. Who am I to tell the next man how to live his life? You live your life according to the way you feel is good for you. And I'm going to live mine according to the way I feel is best for me. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back to it, man. Cause your boy, man, listen, I rock with Compton Rick Rock. I'm telling y'all, man. I mean, he's a big, way bigger podcaster. You know what I'm saying? Way bigger platform than mine. But I'm just letting y'all know, man. A lot of this content came from Count Capone. Y'all go tap in with Count Capone, and let's get back to Compton Rick Rock.
Right. They didn't have a bruise, nothing. I said this shit fake, and we still ain't seen that fake ass. We ain't seen the preacher yet, so we ain't seen him yet. So I thought it was all fake. You know,
but I got information that preacher is real, and
man, we seen that preacher throwing up gang signs. He needed his ass whooped if he.
Shout out to Demon Exotics. That's Demon Exotics back there. I think I'm saying his platform right. I don't know where he's from, but he's living in Oakland right now also, so he's about the Bay as well.
He talking about he a preacher. No, he throwing up gang signs.
They just calling him the preacher, but right. he's a real person, and that situation real from what I hear.
Man, y'all comment, like, and share, man. Do your boy that favor, man. Hit that comment, man. Hit me, drop a comment, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. Look out for your boy. Let's get back to it.
Is he okay? Because last I heard he was having health problems.
Yeah, so from what I understand, he was put in the hospital. He was having brain hemorrhage.
Well, he shouldn't have took his ass up there. He shouldn't have went up there.
What I hear, he was just.
Now, this is why I keep telling y'all why I rock with Compton Rick Rock, because he be saying them realest things. When you look at the dynamics, break down the situation to a tick and realize who was at fault, who was doing what, and what we did wrong, he took himself into a situation. He walked into a lion's den. You feel me? He was the hyena, the laughing hyena, that messed around and walked into the lion's den, and he shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. He's around. And they attacked. But what LUCE Cannon was stupid at, and I'm gonna say it is by recording it, man. Come on, bro. The fuck you on?
The ride. That's what's so
bogus. He should have stayed in the car.
He just gave Jay Reed the ride.
You seen Friday when the dude told what's his name, Red, why you over here with these people? He should have stayed his ass in the car, let Jay Reed get his ass whooped, and then got on. You want to go over there and see what man, listen, let me tell you something, homie. Peep game, man. A lot of these dudes be really thinking that somebody gonna put them on. Somebody gonna help them. You got to put yourself in the position. Dude walked his ass up there thinking that he was fit to get on something, and he got something. You see what I'm saying? I thought it was a skit. I really thought it was a skit.
What did you think when you found out it was real?
When I found out it was real, I said, you had to be the dumb up Jay Reed to go up there and with LUCE Cannon, knowing his name is LUCE Cannon. He, like I said, he'd do anything for fame. You know what I mean? So I heard that there was some tension, but it's on the internet that there was some gang shit said, And that's how it happened. I don't really too much know. I really didn't give. He gave me an interview. I knew Jay Reed from prison. And the Jay Reed that I knew from prison, he was always one of the cool dudes. He hung out with the homie from the Gangster car, solid homies. He had the phone. He let me use the phone anytime I need to go on a family visit.
And that's what's crazy, man, because a lot of these dudes really know each other. And the thing about Jay Reed, why would you, dude? You got a shady background. Why would you come out on the internet popping it like that, man? Come on, man. That didn't even make sense.
My ex-wife come, he let me use the phone. So I never really seen.
You feel me? So
What about Jay Reed being connected to Dale Morrison?
I don't know nothing about none of that.
Okay.
now,
Jay
peep game.
Reed and Del Morrison.
I don't know nothing about that.
They're connected.
You see why I rock with Rick Rock? Check the game. Your boy Demi Exotic mentioned some names. Your boy did like this. I don't know nothing about it. So you gotta pay attention to body language, especially the people that you rocking with. When you with somebody, I know it's all content allegedly, but you gotta think about it like this. If the person that you standing side to side with, you mentioning something, and he turn around and say, I don't know nothing about it, that mean kill that. Pay attention to more. The more Demi Exotic talk, look how Compton Rick Rock do one of these. Right, like a sign, like, man, let this go, bro. Like, let it go.
Somehow. But hey, you know who Dale Morrison is on the Big UK victim?
I've heard a little bit about it, right? He's the guy, allegedly,
You know what I'm saying?
the
He
guy
like,
who they robbed at the weed store, right? That's
That's allegedly.
Allegedly.
Nobody knows, man. Look, all these dudes. Let me tell you something, man. All these dudes put themselves in these positions, and then when shit happened to them, now they want to go tell. You see what I'm saying? Stop acting like you a gangster. Stop acting like you tough, and then when you get your ass whooped, now you want to go tell somebody. Ain't nobody robbed you. That if you seen the clip on what was that rap?
yeah, see, like I'm saying, you gotta sit here, peep game, man. This dude is so funny, man. I be on it, man. Hold on, let's get to this one, man.
Would I be a part of that? Man, don't do that shit around me. If I've seen somebody do that, hey, let me go the other way, man. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not fit to sit here and watch.
Hey, let me speak on this too, man. Let me just, matter of fact, let me hold on. Let me speak on something real quick. Check this out, man. I don't know what kind of time you guys is living in. I don't know what kind of uh I don't know what's wrong with your brains to the point where stripping a man naked and rubbing peanut butter in his butt is cool. Like that's LA thing. In Chicago, they got a thing where they knock you out and they spit in your butt. What is gangster about these things? There's nothing gangster about that. I don't care what your politics is. I don't care what hood you come from. I don't care what country you come from. There's nothing gangster about a grown man knocking out a dude and getting peanut butter and rubbing peanut butter in his butt. There's nothing gangster about a man knocking somebody out and then stripping his clothes off and spitting in their butt. There's nothing gangster about that. So all you young dudes, listen, I'm gonna end this podcast in a minute, right? But let me tell you this story real quick. I was locked up in the East Coast with this dude. We're gonna call him. Just gonna give him the name Double B. I'm gonna call him Double B. You feel me? Anyway, when the dude first come to the block, I've been in the block already like almost a year some change, right? He come to the block. He timid, real timid. Like you could like I didn't know who he was, but I kept hearing this certain name. So finally, I hear when the dude come in the block, they say, "Yeah, Booty Whoop here." So the name I've been hearing, I'm thinking dude finna be like an active dude, like one of them dudes. Come to find out, homeboy wasn't nothing like that. You dig? Like far as in the streets, it's easy when you ain't got to shoot the fair one, when you can bust them things. It's easy when you can just bust them things. You ain't got to shoot them hands, shoot hands with nobody. So anyway, I meet the dude, we chop it up, and I'm noticing every day after that he's starting to hang out around me and the tables. I'm playing cards and double. He's starting to hang out a lot more around the areas I'm in. But at the time, you gotta understand, I've been in this block almost a year and some change. I'm a block porter, so I'm running all over the place, up and down the stairs, passage, all kind of stuff. You feel me? So anyway, what ended up happening is me and dude, we walking the block one day, walking a little line on the floor on the block, chopping it up, and he looked at me, he said, "Yo, nut man." I said, "What's happening?" He was like, "Man, I want to do all my time right here." So I look at it, I'm like, "You want to do all your time right here?" He like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What you mean you want to do all? Why you want to do all your time right here, bro? Nigga, I'm trying to get to them other buildings, boy. They got the weights over there, boy. Woo, woo. See, in California, they ain't got no weights in the prisons out here no more. I don't know about the feds, but I know the state they don't. But where I was at the East Coast, they still got all they weights on the yard, all that. You feel me? So you come by there still, Anyway, he want to do all this time there. And then I start putting like I went back to my cell that night and I started thinking about the conversation because I always replay conversations I have with somebody over and over in my head. Um, and what I took from it is he was scared to because when he used to see other people that his enemies, he never would. It would never know me, no, never know. They was just always head low, kind of glancing up at dude from the corner of his eye, watching dude. And but he was a shooter. He wasn't a scrapper. Like Big U said, I'm not a rapper, I'm a scrapper. Homeboy wasn't no scrapper. He wasn't even a rapper, but he was a shooter. And I used to tell these niggas, man, y'all gotta come to prison. Y'all living that life, you don't have to come to prison. Ain't no guns in here, bro. You got to fight, man. But anyway, to make a long story short, um, anyway, I ended up getting sentenced and I ended up going through the buildings or whatever, going through all the other buildings and stuff. And and I guess a little time, maybe a year after me, he ended up getting sentenced and he ended up going through the building. So I'm at the end of my 10-year sentence. Um, homeboy, homeboy come up in there. You feel me? He come up in there and they like, "Oh, double B over here." So I'm like, "Oh yeah." Now I see now he done gained some, it's been some years now. He done picked up some weight. His hair done dropped a little longer, his dreads done dropped lower down, you feel me? So, we I'm seeing him and he kind of got a chip on his shoulder. But let me tell you how much of a clown these fools was, man. I hate to say it like that, but he was a clown. What they was doing was on the block that he was in, excuse me, when he got came to the block, everybody came out and they was like, "Hey man, double, what do you want this guy lugged out the building? Him and two, three other dudes." I'm like, "What you mean they got lugged out the building?" They're like, "Yeah, he got lugged out the building. What happened?" I'm like, he just got here." He was like, "Man, let me tell you what these dudes was doing." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Man, these dudes was waiting late night and they would creep around. They'd wait till a certain CO that come on and he sleep doing this shit. So he'll be knocked out. You can be running from room to room, smoking cigarette, doing whatever. He be knocked out. Well, they creep up in rooms, hold people down, strip their pants down, and was rubbing uh what's that muscle relaxing stuff that I forgot the name of it. It's like a muscle relaxing stuff that you put on your muscle on your arm when your muscles aching and it kind of like tingles and all. They rubbing that shit in dudes cracker dudes ass. Excuse my laying the cracker dudes butts. You feel me? And I'm like, yo, what's wrong with these dudes? Like, what make these dudes feel like that was gangster? I'm like, these dudes is playing, they on the borderline of being more and more gay. Cause I'm gonna tell you what's gonna end up happening here. Now y'all rubbing peanut butter, spitting and muscle relaxer on dudes' butt eyes. Then what's gonna be your next thing to degrade a man? You gonna say, okay, you gonna go back to them old school back in the 1960s and 50 rules when they used to say, me in prison, they be like, yeah, that make you gangster when you can run up in another man and turn that man into your girl. That's gangster. That's what y'all finna put it on. Y'all finna try to take it back to them times. And what it really is, deep down inside, you dudes already is homosexual. And I ain't got nothing against the homosexual community, the alphabet community. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against them. But what I'm saying is, it's you so-called gangsters, gangbangers that's falling up in, you street niggas and that fall up in here acting like y'all real 100 straight up gangsters, but y'all booty bandits. Y'all booty bandits. You feel me? Anyway, let's get back to it, man. The whole point I was making to that story was that I don't understand why you dudes is playing this kind of game in prison, and you youngsters that's thinking about going to prison, y'all better think about what you listening to on this internet. Think about the game. It might seem funny online. It might all this on internet stuff might seem like it's something to laugh at. Oh, you knock him out, put peanut butter on him. Oh, might all seem funny until you end up in that situation. Somebody knocking you out and putting peanut butter in your butt, or you witness a helpless person get knocked out and something like that happen to them, and you got to eyewitness that. That's gonna be traumatizing because you're gonna think about, what if these dudes decide to test me like that? What do you do in that situation? You in there for probation violation, doing 6, 7, maybe 9 months, and somebody come test you like that, knock you out, catch you, because anybody can get knocked out. So don't think anybody is exempt from getting knocked out. Somebody knock you out and they rub pin. But what is your get back from there? How do you get back? Do you turn your 9 months into a life without? You feel me? So come on now, man. Think about this, man. Man, this is crazy.
Nobody's draws down. I'm not doing that. I don't understand what part. I don't understand what part of the game this is right now. What's up with this stripping dudes naked shit? Only thing I want to strip naked is a woman. That's it.
Right.
I don't understand where these dudes is getting a kick out of pulling man's drawers down. Put the shit in their ass. I don't get that, man. I don't understand that. There ain't nothing cool about that at all. I don't care what they say. I don't think that's fly, man. Putting peanut butter in a man's ass.
I think it's
First, you got to see his ass. I know they want to humiliate you and all that, but what happened to just knocking somebody out? We don't hear nothing about stabbings no more. I ain't heard not one story of one stab. But I keep on hearing all these stories about peanut butters in the ass.
And what he's saying is real talk. Like, you don't hear about, okay, that's my enemy, man. I'm finna get on him. I'm finna hit him up. And y'all remember that movie American Me? Yeah, that movie American Me, when they told that boy, hey man, hey, you stepping out the cell? He coming out, he looked at him and said, they look like, You know what I'm saying? When he stepped out, threw his ass over. You feel me? So that's just me trying to tell y'all, man, it's not a gang, bro. They is rubbing peanut butter and calling that gangster. No, that's homosexual activities, bro. You touching another man's buttocks. You comfortable with putting peanut butter on your hand and rubbing your hand on another man's buttocks. You're worse than the LGBTQ community that you so-called talk bad about. You're nasty. Anyway, man. Let's get back to it.
That ain't cool, man. That's a psychological problem, brother.
Real talk. What he's saying is real talk. Something is really wrong with you people when you can sit there and say, yeah, I want to, yeah, this is what's going on. This is what I'm trying. Something is really wrong with you, man. Oh yeah, this peanut butter. I was watching somebody interview and they was talking about, and they said, was it chunky and I'm like, they is really cracking jokes about putting peanut butter. Like, yeah, man, we asking with the chunky. I'm like, what the? Are you serious? Like, y'all really find it funny? And it's always the people that joke about it who ain't been or seen those situations, man. I done seen situations with dudes, man, in there. I done seen dudes. I mean, I was in prison, man. Listen, when I was in there, they stopped cigarettes from coming in there, bro. When they stopped cigarettes from coming in there, you would have thought it was a riot with all them lifers in there. They was quiet as church house mouses up in there. Wasn't tripping on nothing. But we used to still get cigarettes in there. We had little crews that went out. When you make it to a certain building where everybody in the building work, they work on the side on the highway, work outside of different buildings, outside of the prison building. People come walking by, throw packs or whatever, and whatever the case it is. And however they get it in, they get it in. You feel me? They had the Keister bunnies running around there. Keister bunnies gonna get you in at least 3, 4 good packs. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm just saying though, like um, peanut butter. This is sad, man. I think on the real, and that's why I'm glad, I'm thankful that God blessed me to a point in my life where I don't have to worry about them kind of things. I ain't got to worry about going to prison no more. I ain't worry about none of that. You feel me? I'm not throwing rocks at the penitentiary. I'm not doing that. You dig what I'm saying? Want y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. Hit that like button, man. Share this, man. I'm just help your boy get up there. Just blow this podcast. So just blow it up, man. We trying to blow this thing up, man. For real, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Let's get to it, man. I want y'all to hear this last video from a man, and I'm gonna end it. Yeah. Let me see. I'll skip it. I think I skipped the one where my man said.
What about Jay Reed being connected to Dale Morrison?
I don't know nothing about none of that.
Okay.
Jay Reed and Del Morrison?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
They're
Anyway.
connected somehow. But hey, you know who Dale Morrison is?
Anyway, yeah, like I was saying though, man, you know, it's crazy, man, and I get why Compton Rick Rock saying what he said about Luce Cannon Wife, man. You guys get real disrespectful, man, and hanging around whack. You know what I'm saying? Can make a person mouth get super disrespectful. You know what I mean? Whack would tell you, f your f your dead mama, hope calm guzzling dead mama, this and this and that. You did. He'll say some weird things, and that you hang at a barbershop long enough, you're bound to get a haircut. So you got dudes that hang around whack, which whack to me is a genius how he manipulate and use people and move in and out of his life like a chess piece, like a chessboard. Y'all better pay attention to whack. But you know what I'm saying? It's just that was disrespectful to say about that Compton Rick Rock father, something he disrespected. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, wow, these dudes don't know. Like if he wasn't on no grown man time, he was really on this young boy, he probably would have pulled up on Luce and gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times, like he said, and I realized that too. You know what I'm saying? What he said was the real when he said, you ain't gotta do nothing to these dudes. This the way they moving. Just watch and why. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the story. And I'm gonna end it right. And why it's so deep. Let me break something down to you real quick. So my mom passed away. I went to the funeral. There was a lot of rumors going around about somebody's gonna shoot up. That it was a rumor that they claimed that I was gonna shoot up my mom's funeral. So I said to myself, I said, in what world does that make sense about me shooting up a funeral home with elderly people and the children in there and all kind of things? So I said I wasn't gonna go. You know what I mean? I said, man, that's my mom. I love my mama. She know I wanted to be there, so I'm not gonna go. And anyway, my little brother talked me into going. My little brother like, nah, bro, if you don't go, I'm gonna go up there and spaz out. Whoa, whoa. So I'm like, all right, bro, fuck, I'm gonna go. So I ended up going. Make a long story short, it was a cat that half my family was standing with because the lie that they told about me shooting up, it was a whole complete lie about me shooting up my mom's funeral. So a dude that's not even part of my family that done slept with two different females in my family, slept with both sisters in the family, married one sister and was dating the other one years prior to that, and was back and forth cheating, running back and forth. He show up at my mom's funeral with a gun, trying to pull a gun on me. You feel me? Me personally, I tried to take it from him. I kept walking up on the dude. He moonwalking, trying to back up. Oh, come around the corner, nigga, stop walking. You man enough to reach for a gun in front of this funeral home when ain't nobody, I don't even know who you is. So, but this how God worked. You did. We go inside the funeral. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me say something so you know. I'm Muslim, but I'm not on my deen. I'm not a practicing Islam. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on my deen at the moment. So, and at that time, I wasn't on my deen either, but I still had my Muslim brothers that was holding me down. So my mom's funeral, they came to the funeral because they wanted to make sure I was good because they heard all the rumors. So they never came in. They just stayed outside. Anyway, while we sitting in there, we hear boom, 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 boom. It sounded like somebody opened up the funeral home door and started shooting inside the funeral. So everybody in the funeral ducked except for me and my little brother. We looked at the door because we trying to see, is there a shooter in there? So we look back. Then we take off running. I take off running to the door because I'm thinking my Muslim brother's outside and the dude tried to pull a gun on me is standing outside too. So I ran out there thinking homeboy and lamped on one of my Muslim brothers. I run out there. Anyway, I move out there. I go out there. Um, the people who funeral home was at, dudes, it's a sweater on the ground. They got my mom picture on there, a shirt or something. He said, if the police come and ask me if I seen something, I'm gonna tell them that shirt right there. The guy who did it was wearing that shirt. So I'm like, what happened? He like, yo, that young light skinned boo out there, like a car rolled by, hit a U-turn, came back. The dude ran up on the car, boo, and did what he did. I'm like, wow, that's great. So bang, I go back in the funeral. Boom, it's over with. Now I'm finna throw a barbecue at my house. You feel me? So we 2 cars, 3 deep. I mean, actually 3 cars deep because I had a Lexus at the time, and the girl I was dealing with, I bought her a big body photo Lexus. You know what I'm saying? Then my brother had his car, but my brother was in the car with me. So his wife pulled up on the side of us to pass him a blunt while we ride down Bancroft. Um, we ride down Bancroft. So when my brother reached, got a blunt, he say, big bro, look. I turn around and look. It's the same dude tried to put a pistol on me in the back seat of my brother's baby mama car. And we all on our way to my house. Now to get in my house, at the time I'm living on Hillside on the side of Castlemont. Off 88 the Hillside, I live on the side of Castlemont where you need one of them blickers to get in the gate. You know what I'm saying? So we all pull in there, bing, bing, bing. So and you need a blicker to get out. You can't just drive up to the gate and the gate open up. You need a blicker to get out also. So once they came in the gate, some of my peoples was like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, nah, bro. Don't like, it's just something in me kept saying, nah, bro. Nah, we ain't on it like that. So I said, I'm gonna try to talk to him. You feel me? So we barbecue and I pull him to the side, like, yo, man, whoa, don't let my family get you in a situation where it's gonna be bad for you. Gonna end up getting hurt out here, bro. You don't know a lot of people you step into, you don't know. Oh, I don't care. People want me dead anyway. And people want me this and that. So I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this kid? So my other Muslim brothers try to put a bug in his ear. They come back up to me while barbecue and they like, yo, bro, you can't say nothing to him, bro. He's gone, man. He one of them. I said, all right, I ain't tripping. I want to say about a year later, I'm living in Fairfield. I'm laying up in the bed and my phone get this alert. I look at the alert on my phone and the alert says, 2 guys unalived on I think 20 some or 30 some on the international in Oakland, California. One guy from Hayward, and one guy from Fairfield. So I said, one guy from Hayward and one guy from Fairfield. So I'm like, wow, well, then trip. Cut my phone off. Then about an hour later, my cousin called me. Cuz, guess what? You heard what happened to such and such? I'm like, nah, what happened? Like, yeah, he got him and his folks got knocked down. And whoa, I'm like, what? And I'm like, man, why? I'm like, man, I just read this, cuz. She like, yeah. So like what Compton Rick Rock was saying, shout out to Compton Rick Rock, like he was saying, man, a lot of these dudes, you don't have to do nothing to it. You just give it time. The way they moving, see, the streets gonna get you. And that's why I try to tell all my young homies, like, bro, don't listen, don't even trip when you beefing with people or you get into a problem with somebody that's always beefing, just don't worry about it. Try to stay out their way. Protect yourself if you have to. If they coming at you, protect yourself. But give it time. Try to leave it alone because 9 times out of 10, they gonna meet they maker. They gonna meet what they looking for. You feel me? Anyway, man. Uh, Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Come on, let's blow this thing up there, man. I'm a new podcast. Let's get it popping, man. Anyway, shout out to Count Capone News, man. And y'all go check out Count Capone. Shout out to Rick Rock, Demon Exotic. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? All them brothers, man. Even Free Loose Cannon, Brick Baby, all of them. Even though they going through what they going through, I still don't wish jail on nobody, man. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day, man. Like I said, hit that like and comment and subscribe button, man. You feel me? Do that for your boy. Let's do it. Thank y'all, man. Y'all have a wonderful day.